Welcome to Bluebird Enterprises.
All right, what's cracking? So I ended up putting too much Bondo on here, so I sanded quite a bit of it off and kind of got this natural radius back in here. This is kind of flattened out before, but we're making a lot of progress on this thing. Doors are primered, they're getting sanded, they're real straight, which I'm thankful for. We had this old door that I've talked about that was super just smashed in from that accident this car had, and this new one, let's see, which side is it, is super straight. Right, there might be a couple low spots, but nothing like the other one. So we're making good progress, good headway, and we got a pile of parts over here that are completed and ready to be painted. Hood, fenders, bumpers, trunk lid, you know, the new valences that I got. I'm planning on painting these valences, kind of the side skirts, kind of after the car's painted, because I can't really fit it up until everything is on there, like the front fenders, the door, and stuff like that. So I kind of plan on painting them afterwards, because they might have to be ground a little bit to get the right fitment on there. I've definitely made kind of a mess in my dad's shop and he's not happy about it, so I'm trying to get this done. What's up, fam? So we're getting this quarter panel looking good. We shaved off some Bondo on here and put another little bit of primer on here, getting it dialed in. Hopefully this is the last kind of go around with this thing. There's still a little low spot down there, but we're making it happen here. And we're getting real close to painting this thing. These doors are pretty much perfectly straight, so I will be kind of pulling off this masking and trying to maybe make those, you know, these trims go bad. They, like, the stuff starts peeling off of them, so getting those dialed in and we should be moving forward here. Right on. You can see there's a little bit of waviness in here. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but we're gonna see what it looks like when we block it out. Cheers. All right, exciting day, everyone. So I bought some paint this week for the Prelude, and we got all these components that are finished up, ready to be painted. So I'm planning on painting. My goal is to paint it like all these body components and then paint the car separately with the mirrors and stuff. So everything is pretty much ready to go. Doors, fenders, hood, bumpers, and I'm getting our paint station fixed up and probably clean out the paint booth, and we should be ready to rock. So I'm gonna bring the paint in right now. So the frickin' wet dry vac is back at it. It's doing good work in here. Getting all these cobwebs out of here. You know, there's lots of cobwebs that form around these lights, and you're not really worried about it when you're spraying primer, but when you're getting to your, you know, final paint job, you definitely want to make sure that it's clean in here, because otherwise dirt can get into your base coat and just, you know, you can see it. You might not have the best quality paint, and you want the best quality paint. So been working on getting all the dust out of here, and then I'm probably gonna, you know, use this wood and stuff to set up some sort of like scaffold to hang all the parts. And you want to paint them in the same like attitude that they'll be on the car. So you don't want your door flat, you want it up like this, like it will be when it's on the car. So I'm gonna work on that. All right, so kind of cool, everyone. So I have these pull fasteners, like they're like pop rivets basically is what they're called. And on here, if you see this plastic, there's a plastic piece that goes here, and there's these clips that hold on this bumper that go over it like this. You can see how it kind of clips in there. So it was broken, so I made a piece of metal. I'll show you on this one. That kind of replicated how it was built. You can see, so this slips in here, and then is gonna allow it to kind of like find that same clip place. So I'll do a little time lapse of showing how I'm installing these. It's coming out pretty good. So if you didn't put that on there, right, it would just be open, so it wouldn't clip into anything, and it would be like loose right here and probably affect your like fitment to your fenders. So good little solution there. So as you can see, we got these mounted in there. They look good. Should hold it on. I'm pumped up about it, you know. Look pretty good. Should avoid those clips. I kind of made a mark of the clip where it should sit so I could avoid it with the pop rivets. Should be ready to rock and roll. Trying to get these hung up. I got all this stuff in here. Got a couple fenders and trunk lid, hood, and now I'm gonna hang the bumpers up here, and then we should be freaking on our way. We'll see if we get the doors fitted in here, but it looks good. I'm excited to shoot some paint soon. All right, we got freaking 2x4s and we got everything all set up. Filling in a couple low spots on here with a little bit of spot putty, but everything's set up and should be ready to paint. So I'm freaking pretty excited. It should come out pretty good. So we'll see what happens. It's always a little bit nerve-wracking painting because it's kind of now or never, you know, you got one shot at it basically. So I guess wish me luck, you know. All right, you could say it was a productive weekend. Got this paint sprayed, looks freaking amazing. And so that goes sealer, base coat, and then clear coat, as you saw. And one thing I'll say about painting is you kind of like gotta get into a groove. It's almost like a flow state, right? Where you're, you know, orienting the lights and just putting on some good music and just getting the paint just nice and laid down. And so with the metallic paint, one thing I found is it's important to like spray in random directions so you don't get like patterns in the metallic. Because I know on my dad's silver car, there's kind of like some tiger stripes in the hood. So that's one thing to be conscientious of if you ever are spraying. And then with clear coat, it's a fine line between too wet and not wet enough. So what I do is I kind of mist it on to start, and then as it kind of sets up, then you can start spraying it on a little thicker, until you can kind of see it starts wetting out. And then once it wets out, you can, then you kind of let it set up, and then you spray like another coat on there. And it's just, you got to be real careful not to get it to run, because I did get a couple runs in here. Like right here, I don't know if you can see this one, but you can always sand them out, but it's kind of a pain to sand them out, so you want to avoid the runs. That's one thing I've learned by painting stuff, because they just suck to sand out. But yeah, so I still got to paint this car and a few other pieces, and that should be next weekend, so I'm probably going to include that in this video. So look forward to it. It should be pretty freaking awesome to get this thing all painted and put back together. Hey, thanks for stopping into the Bluebird Enterprises YouTube channel. If you like what you saw, give me a big thumbs up, and hopefully you're leaving with a bigger smile than you came in with.